drug substance physical properties or API physical properties and their importance in the pharmaceutical manufacturing. This is the topic for the video, and through this video you will understand how you can decide onto the API properties, how these API properties affect on the manufacturing and the drug product sequence. Welcome to the video, and let's start with some introduction. So we should know what are the physical properties. Mainly the physical properties involves particle size distribution, BD, that is bulk density, TD, that is tap density, flow properties, and some other properties. These all are collectively called as physical properties of the APIs or drug substance, and these properties have great impact in the pharmaceutical manufacturing and also on the pharmaceutical products sequence. API physical properties are critical for the effectiveness, quality, and safety of the formulations like tablets and capsules. One of the most important properties is particle size distribution, which is a key property impacting the API performance. Also, expertise in the crystallization and size reduction is essential to meet the specific requirements, or you can say the specifications. Key differences between chemical and PSD specifications. So chemical properties are also there and physical properties are also there. Chemical quality is the purity focused with the defined limits for impurities. PSD specifications, these are defined as the range, not a single value, because this property can be varying, and that's why the range is given. Bisided upper and lower limits are set for the particle size. Universality. Chemical specs are universal, but PSD specs are client depending on to the client or client specific, and also you can change those specifications because these are not the pharmacopoeial ones. You can get different PSD APIs and different density APIs, though the API belong to or can comply to the monograph. Measurement methods, there are no standard methods. These are product specific and in-house methods are required to be developed. PSD and dosage form performance. So particle size distribution affects the resolution rate. Median particle size or D50, you can say, dominate the dissolution rate. Coarser particles may affect dissolution time, that is the rate and extent, and balance between average and coarser particle is always needed. Then PSD also affects manufacturability of the formulation, and ideal API must be free flowing, well flowing, and blend with the excipients. That means the API should not be much cohesive or adhesive. It should be freely flowing. Fine particles are great for dissolution. Coarser particles aid the manufacturability. So if you think that you need a specific dissolution, then you will go for the fine particles, but fine particles will have less flow. However, coarser particles can provide you good manufacturing ability, flow properties, but dissolution can get impacted. Other key physical parameters or properties are bulk density and tap density. These indicate the flowability and the compressibility. Higher values and small differences between two ensure the easy processing. So BD and TD should not differ much from each other. Role of statistics in the PSD. So statistical estimations are there, like the particle size is described as a median particle size or average particle size, which is called as D50. Central limit theorem for PSD estimates follow a normal distribution. Variations are natural even with tight control over the processes. So always know that PSD will have variations. That's why ranges are required to be set. Data from multiple batches should be used to define the specifications. So this is also called as trend data for the multiple batches, and based on that trend data you can provide the limits for PSD. Regulatory trends are there. 3-triad PSD specifications are required, including the D10, D50, D90, and these are required to be defined in the specifications. Bisided limits are provided, Some authorities require bisided limits for the D50. Bisided limits means you have to provide the lower and upper limit. That means D50 in the range of 50 micron to 70 micron or 80 micron, for example. Critical quality attributes are the bulk and tap density, also BCQs for regulatory compliance. Choosing the right specification range should not be means the PSD range should not be wide or narrow, because too wide there will be a risk of resolution failure, and too narrow may be challenging for the manufacturing. So balancing the PSD range is very important, and the normal distribution should be considered, trend data should be considered for setting the specifications. Technology upgrades are there. Advanced technology can improve PSD control but may increase cost and impact the supply times. Recommended PSD specification format. So always it is recommended that we should go for 3-tier PSD with defined D10, D50 and D90. Control coarse particles. Upper limit of D9 should ensure the dissolution. Control average particles to have a limit on the D50, that is median particle size, and to control the fine particles set the limit for D10, and it will be important for manufacturability. Bulk and tap density set minimum limits for these properties. Then coming to the reliable data and collaboration. So always it is required that the supplier should get contacted and data should be reliable, and based on that data the PSD specifications can be finalized. Always the before setting the PSD specifications, the batches should be manufactured with different PSD, and based on the data of critical quality attributes, PSD specification should be provided. So this is the information regarding the physical properties of the API, which are mainly the particle size, bulk density, tap density, and flow properties. I hope this video will help you to understand the physical properties of the drug substance or API, how they are set, and what is the impact. Thank you for watching the video, and let's meet soon with such kind of informative video.